Is it still morning? It's still morning. It's 11. So, um, welcome to the channel. It's Lex Kundalini Tarot. So, we're not going to no big intros or anything like that. Um, this is going to be a reading for Aries for May 2022. Trying to get myself together here. So I do apologize. I'm gonna start with some oracle cards first. I got y'all right. Why right when I want to start the video, a bee wanna come and buzz in my ear. Bees are supposed to be high vibrational, so I don't know. Um, somebody looked that up. What a bee means. It's a spirit totem, spirit animal. I don't know why it want to come in my ear when I start the video. But here it come again. Like, I've been sitting here this whole time meditating on the energy. So I don't want this video to be like extremely long. But I'm back. We outside. Most of all my videos is probably gonna be outside. So it's a lot going on. For my oracle deck, I'm gonna be using the crystal spirits. I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna take my time. The reason why I named this video the money talk is because I already meditated on you guys' energy, and here are some of the messages that I got. I took notes. Okay, so of course, today is April 30th, so we're kicking the month of May off with a partial solar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, which is your second house of money. Um, we have Venus and Jupiter entering your sign of Aries um, May 2nd and May 10th. So Jupiter is actually going to stay in Aries till October 27th. So that's really good. This is this is a really great time, Aries, for this transit of Jupiter being in your sign is a big sign for you to do a lot of transformation. No, it's not Scorpio or anything like that, but Jupiter rules expansion. Um, Jupiter rules philosophy, learning, travel, those type of things like that. So, um, and Aries is your first house of self. So, with this being in your first house of self, you could be expanding yourself, extending yourself. You could be traveling. You could be wanting to expand your knowledge of yourself. You may be looking into, taking courses, classes, anything to help you become a better um, person in general, a better worker, a better husband, wife, brother, sister, uncle, whatever it is that you want to better yourself in. This will be the great time this year, because I mean, honestly, that'll be your whole year. Um, of Jupiter entering May till October. So that gives you a good amount of time to expand on yourself um, and get that together. So another thing we have, of course, we have Mercury going retrograde on May the 10th, and that'll be in Gemini in your third house of communication. So um, with that being said, Jupiter and um, Jupiter being in your first house of self, and then Mercury being in your third house of communication for the retrograde. Now, this is, I want to say, like, if you putting it together with the planetary alignments, I want to say this has everything to do with um, your way of communicating and how you're making money. Okay? Your way of communicating and how you're making money. Um, Taurus rules our possessions, and with the solar eclipse, you know, in the second house starting off today, you could be looking at the things that you have and reevaluating that. Or maybe you're like, you don't need a lot of eclipses, cutting off, cutting clipping. I don't want to cuss, but clipping things out of your life that you do not need. And then on May 15th, we have a lunar eclipse in Scorpio, your eighth house. So eighth house rules. Eighth house is Scorpio. It rules death, transformation, things like that. So this year seems like it'll be a big transformation to you in versus of what you value. Versus of what you value. And you can have emotional attachments to the things you own or how you're making money. Hence the retrograde in communication. Maybe you're not communicating your needs of how you make money properly. Maybe your communication, the way you communicate, is messing up the way you make money. If you get what I'm saying. So, um, and maybe you're too attached to the way that you've been communicating. Because maybe it's always worked, but maybe this time around that's not what's going on. Maybe there's some things that you can tweak. That's why you have Jupiter in your first house of self, so that way you can, if you do need to take, you know, I I'm trying to figure out the words, but it's not coming to me. Like, I feel like you're stuck. Like when it comes to communicating, I feel like you're stuck. Like you're not knowing how to communicate what you need in the right way. And if you need to take a course that will help you do those things, then that will be perfect. What came out? We have fluorite. I'm gonna do 3 oracle cards. Fluorite. Yeah. I feel like it's a lot of people that's distracting y'all too. I feel like it's a lot of people that I feel like I can't see. Look how I'm stumbling over my words. I feel like it's a lot of people that you guys care for. So I'm gonna read these 3 off because I got a bunch of new decks, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. You gotta think to yourself in a way. I'm getting, is money really that important? That's what I'm getting. Nothing else is coming out. I got a strong feeling it just. We got 4. We got more than 4, y'all. Okay. We got fluorite, bronzite, big spite, selenite, and green quartz. So I flip right to bronzite, so I'm gonna go ahead and read that. The central meaning is loyalty, trust, steadfastness, self-respect, trusting that the conscious universe has your back. So, the general message is now is the time to be sure You trust in the conscious universe and remain true to your authentic self. As Bronzite Spirit appears with the message that loyalty must be earned. Be judicious in extending your trust, knowing it is a gift from the conscious universe that must be honored. Respect others by being trustworthy yourself, speaking of them in ways that are honorable. Heal the past by owning your role, and so that you can trust yourself again, having learned the lessons that will strengthen you. All right, that's Bronzite. Let me go to Fluorite. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm reading out the book, but with these oracle cards, it's so many crystals. So this is the first one that came out: clarity and purity, clear focus, and end to cluttered thinking. That's exactly what I was saying before. I feel like you just don't know how to communicate what you want to say. So it Fluorite is here as an oracle card as far as you give you clarity. So I'm going to read it. When the way forth is clear, a sense of purpose and enthusiasm arises, and the fog of distractions lift. What did I tell y'all? Y'all could be distracted. A lot of people are needing you. Like, um, it's so crazy. A lot of people, you take care of a lot of people, so it's like you're unable to, maybe you're unable to, maybe it's blocking you from doing the things that you need to do. So Fluoride Spirit appears when confusion is about to disperse, giving you a way to distractions, giving a way to pure wisdom and free, unambiguous intentions. It reminds you that you can achieve clarity by slowing down and consciously choosing to release any confusion or distractions. Like a pool reflecting the beauty of the sky, a calm state of mind can produce the clarity you seek, allowing your intentions to be pure. Obstacles to co-create can slip away as you work with Fluoride Spirit to magnify all that is pure, good, and loving within you. Focus on that and it will be amplified. That's crazy. So a lot of this is about focusing and being able to have a clear mind. Big Spite. Next one I'm gonna read is Big Spite. There's a time to. Oh, sorry. The essential meaning of Big Spite is drive, courage, full speed ahead, and spirited action. So there's a time to hesitate and a time to move forward with conviction, courage, and total determination. And at that time is now. Big Spite Spirit has arrived to tell you to take a deep breath and move full speed ahead with forceful action on behalf of your own healing. Be fierce as you push through obstacles. It keeps talking about these obstacles with laser focus. In focus, for nothing will stand in your way. You are meant to feel driven at this moment, to break free of chains binding you to unhealthy patterns, advocate for yourself unapologetically, and be unshakable in your belief that you are worthy of achieving your goal. The conscious universe, the force that propels you, is always there for you and is your ally. Now is the time for fearless action. Sail on. I'm telling you, you got Venus entering your first house on May 2nd and May 10th. And Jupiter will be there on May 10th to October 27th. Venus entering your first house on May 2nd after you have a partial solar eclipse in your second house today on April 30th. Um, I don't know what is getting in. You're looking at everything around you, the things that you own, your goals, second house Taurus, what you want to have. Um, and it's like Venus entering your second house on your first house on May 2nd. Venus is the planet of love. And what's really crazy and it rules possessions as well. What's really crazy is Taurus and Venus share, Taurus and Venus, Taurus in Libra share the planet Venus for different reasons. You know, um, Taurus is more of what's mine, and Libra is more of what we share. So in this aspect, it's like Aries, you're being distracted by and having so many obstacles by people you have to take care of, and it's taking you away from yourself. That's why I was saying this time right here is very favorable for you, Aries, to with Jupiter moving into your first house of self. This time is about you expanding yourself, traveling for you, doing what you want to. Expansion is expansion. Whatever you put your mind to, whatever goal you have, this is the perfect time for you to learn more about it, so you can embark on those journeys. What all these oracle cards are saying so far is that, in my words, you can overcome your obstacles. It seems like it's more of a you thing than it is outer distractions. Like, you can choose to give to what you want to give to, you know? So let's read Selenite, and then we'll read Selenite is 49. That's crazy, 49.50. Let's go ahead and read Selenite so we can get into the tarot. I'm better with tarot than I am oracle cards, but all right. Selenite is liquid light, fluidity, flexibility, illumination, clarity, and raising your vibration. When selenite appears, it is a message to you to keep moving past your challenges. Your sights always on raising your vibration. To be like liquid light, illuminating, fluid, and flexible. For even the earth and her rock, stones, and crystals change and reveal more of themselves over time. Selenite spirit message is that whatever the pace of change, you must yield your expectations of how things should be so that you can discover the beauty in how things are evolving. Like liquid light flowing around an obstacle, you have the capacity to move more freely than you might realize. You know that a new perspective can help you see that. You don't ever have to be stopped in your tracks. Be flexible in your thinking, for there is more wisdom in the universal consciousness than in your own individual mind. It is always available to you. The way out of the old patterns is to enter the unknown. Without maps or well defined familiar paths, surrender your fear and know that conscious universe is here to provide you with clarity and guide you through unexpected twists and turns. It's crazy. And then you have the green quartz. As long as we're human, we will face times when the only choice is to accept life on its own terms, but in that acceptance lies a most precious treasure, the gift of now. Surrender to its moment exactly as it is, and your heart will open, releasing what needs to be left behind as you join with the conscious universe on a journey of your own healing. Something wonderful is awaiting you, but first you must be present in what is so that you can have this experience to receive the gift of recognizing that you are stronger than you know. When the wheel of fortune turns, you may look back on this moment as crucial for your growth. Very often, unanswered prayers and unexpected twists of fate lead to destiny and heart seeks. Trust now in this process of acceptance. Trust the conscious universe has your back. Okay, that's it for the oracle messages, y'all, because that was a lot for for Aries. But I'm telling you, whatever goals you have, whatever obstacles is in your way, this is the perfect time for the planetary alignment in May for you. It's suggesting that you have all the willpower you need to go ahead and embark on that journey. Don't think that if you feel like there's a way of improvement where you can improve yourself, take those courses, expand, travel, get a new perspective of what's going on. You know what I mean? Jupiter in your first sign, in your first house, could just mean, it's like a red ant on here. And he's like, I really don't want to kill him. I don't know where he's at. Hopefully I didn't kill him. But, because I mean, I'm outside, so, I mean, if he was in the house, maybe a different story, but I'm outside, so it would be the point of killing him. He's in his natural habitat. I didn't drop the cards. Okay. So, let's get into the tarot. So, I'm going to be using the Modern Witch deck. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are familiar with Modern Witch. I have this spicy deck here. It's a Disney Villains Tarot deck. I love it. So awesome. I'll be using this as well. And then we'll clarify with my Mythical Goddess Tarot deck. Okay. So, I do not read traditional tarot. Don't do any Celtic crosses or anything like that. I'm going to pull 7 cards. Well, 6, and then we have the bottom of the deck. 7 is the number of completion. So we don't need more than 7 cards to tell a story. We don't. And then we'll just clarify after that. But can you give me messages for Aries for the month of May? 3 already. So weird. I don't even know if I think I have my deck upside down. I'm pretty sure I have my deck upside down. And I'm pretty sure, let me see. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure there's no reversals in this deck anyways. It's not. That's what I thought. Pretty sure there's no reversals in this deck anyways. So I was just making sure. I don't like reading reversals anyways. But first card we have out is the Tower for Aries. Then we have the Hanged Man, or the Hanged One. And then we have 7 of Pentacles. These are these obstacles that the Oracle cards are talking about. The Tower, everybody always associates it as something being bad. But actually it's a realization. When a Tower moment happens, at least you have the ability to see what's faulty in your foundation, so that way you're able to rebuild it in a more stable structure. Let's say you invested into something, right, and you get well along line around, you don't get that far down the line and it falls apart, or you find out something about this investment that's not so great. Wouldn't you be glad that you only put a little bit into it before it shattered all the way down? Just like anything else, like with marriage or with relationships or anything like that. Like, wouldn't you be glad that everything fell apart before you did get married, before you did have children with someone, before, you know what I mean? That makes it even worse. So going back and rebuilding the foundation is it's not so horrible. It's actually an enlightened card, Major Arcana. So you got 2 Major Arcana cards first coming out, and then you have the Hanged One. These are the delays. So the delays, these the obstacles, the Tower and the Hangman, the obstacles that you are going through. Remember your oracle cards, they were talking about how stay in the present moment, see the moment for what it is and take it from there. Um, Sometimes we're not allowed we don't allow ourselves when things like this happen, when things fall apart or things aren't coming together, we don't allow ourselves to actually see the good in the situation of why it happened. Um, or we don't allow ourselves to be grateful for these things. For example, let's say you get a flat tire on the road or something, and you actually got a flat tire by something that was like a beautiful field of flowers, and your whole month or week or whatever has been so fast paced and hectic, but you're so irritated at the fact that you have this flat tire that you're not noticing the beauty around you, the imminent break that the universe is making you take, making you relax, making you stop and be like, wow, it's so pretty out here. It's beautiful. Like for a second, I don't have to think about anything else. Yes, I have this flat tire, but dang, like I never knew this was here. Like wow, oh wow, there's a popsicle stand right there. Maybe I should go get me a popsicle or an icy and an ice cream. I haven't had one of these in so many years. Like things like that that just happen by chance. We don't really sit in those moments and go with it and use our creativity from those moments, and move forward or use them to move forward. Um, it could be a lot of learning about that situation where you get a flat tire. Like, okay, well, maybe I should have checked my tires before I left, or maybe I shouldn't have went this route to work. Anything that could come up. It could be anything. But you're being delayed or stopped just so you can realize what you have. You have to take and stop what you have. Once the tower moment happens, it's imperative that you pause. You know what I mean? That you stop and be like, so why did this happen? What was going on? You know, um, you did invest, but think about it. You only put 7 pinnacles into it. What if you put the whole 10 in there? You know what I mean? What if you put the whole 10 in there? What if you put your whole ten of Pentacles in there? Then you wouldn't have left no change on the dresser for yourself. You know? The Hermit. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Hermit. As we look at this card, we know the Hermit is someone who lives inside of a shell. you know? As you look at this picture, we're looking at the woman close the computer laptop as exiting off of social media and taking a break from those things, going within inside of self, to learn about self. And this is what we're talking about when we're saying that Jupiter is moving into your first half of self, because you want to see that expansion, you want to see that growth within you. And in order to do this from these moments, you need to take a break and step back and look within yourself. Because most of the time, the answers are inside of you. And you have to do some deep soul searching to find those answers. Nine of Swords. So, Nine of Swords could be those dark nights of the soul. And when tarot readers say dark night of the soul, that is when you go within inside of yourself and you see those things that you did not like. You know what I mean? Those things that you want to improve on. And there's nothing wrong with, identifying and taking accountability of those things. The only thing I suggest with this card is just don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up about these mistakes, these investments. Don't beat yourself up about being stuck and not knowing what to do. Don't beat yourself up about that kind of stuff. It happens to the best of us. You know, we 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 learn the best from failures, from experience. Knights of Cups. What do we have at the bottom? Wow. Okay, so here's our 7 card spread here for the Knight of Cups. So as a Knight of Cups, I'm just, you know, debating on it. As a Knight of Cups, as I'm seeing it after the Nine of Swords, um, the Knight of Cups, it could be you, but the cups represents, um, emotions. So we're looking at water signs, or if we're looking at energy, we're looking at emotions here. Um, and no, you're not quite the king or queen of cups quite yet, but you're gathering your emotions together. You understand, you know, that you're not quite there when it comes to your emotional stability. You know what I mean? This did upset you, you know, but you're on your way. This is very positive. You're on your way. I'm looking at it as a lot of people look at it. If this was a love reading, a lot of people look at it as someone coming towards you, Knight of Cups. But I feel like this is a reading about Aries. We're going to keep it about you. I feel like this is you on your way, coming to that emotional stability. No, you're not a king or a queen yet. Not exactly. But you can embody that energy of the Knight of Cups and be on your way to that emotional fulfillment. It starts from somewhere. At least you're not a 3 of Cups, you're not a 2 of Cups, you're not, this is you on your journey. You're on that journey to find your emotional fulfillment. You know, you're not a 4 of Cups, a 5, you're a knight. A knight. And what do knights do? They go on journeys. They go on adventures. Save the princess. Save the damsel in distress. You know what I mean? Look at, there's a robin on the fence that came up when I said that. But that's what they do. And what you always have to remember is that you are a badass being full of love, life, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find your best self. So that's what I have for you. In the extended, I will clarify these cards, and we'll clarify them twice. I'll clarify them with the, hey, oh yeah, I'll clarify them with the villain, the Disney villains tarot deck, and then the goddess tarot deck. So have a good one. I hope these messages resonate. If they do, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I don't know. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. And have a good one. I don't even know how to stop these things. How do you do it?